Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through some MLB player props I like on Prizepicks for today for Monday, August the 29th. For Monday, we got an 8-game slate, so not a huge slate today. Definitely a lighter board. There's not a ton that stands out today, kind of taking a first look at the board on Sunday night, so we're just going to run a 2-pick for today. I did find 2 props that I liked when I took a first look at the board on Sunday night, so we will share these 2 plays like we always do. But before we get started, guys, we're going to recap our plays from Friday, which was the last day I made a video. Didn't make any videos over the weekend, just kind of decided to take the weekend off, especially because we kind of been struggling lately with our MLB plays. On Thursday, our 2-pick did not cash. On Friday, gave out 3 picks Friday, only went 1 and 2. We did hit the over on Bailey Falter's fantasy points, took that over in a matchup against the Pirates. Pitched a solid game, got the win. I think he finished with 37 fantasy points when we needed 32 from him. But we missed on Tyler Anderson's fantasy points. Really like that matchup for him against the Marlins, and he wasn't pitching too bad. He just kind of unraveled all. I think it was the 6th inning that he just completely went to shit. He gave up like 3 runs in 1 inning and finished with like 22 fantasy points, which was obviously annoying because I like that matchup a lot for Anderson. And then we took the over on Justin Steele's fantasy points, and Justin Steele was pitching a really good game. Going into the 6th inning, he basically needed to get through the 6th inning and get the quality start, and that would have put him over his fantasy points. He got 1 out to start the 6th inning, and then the trainers came out, and he had to come out of the game for an injury. Only needed to get 2 more outs, and then obviously he had to leave the game with an injury. So it was really annoying Friday to miss on those plays. I did feel really good about Friday's slate, but we're back for Monday, start of a new week, and let's try and hopefully make some money this week. This is kind of our last week before we start to head into NFL season. NFL season does officially kick off next Thursday with Thursday Night Football, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. So we got 1 more week of MLB. We'll probably make some MLB videos the week after as well, but I'm definitely going to start ramping up the NFL content as we do get closer to the start of the regular season. So if you guys enjoy these Prizepicks videos, if they help you out a lot, definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, because NFL is right around the corner. I'm going to be making a ton of Prizepicks videos for NFL. Probably going to start making my DFS content again as well, so covering DraftKings, covering Yahoo. Didn't do any DFS content for MLB this year, but I'll probably be kicking it back up when NFL season does start. So you're definitely going to want to hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. Also, if you are new to Prizepicks, make sure to check them out, sign up, and use promo code NOAH. When you do sign up with my promo code, Prizepicks will match your first deposit up to $100. And yeah, guys, let's go ahead and talk through our 2 plays for Monday. Again, it's a small slate, so I don't want to go too crazy and give out like a ton of plays. I do want to share some stuff for Patreon members, and if you guys enjoy these YouTube videos and you want more Prizepicks plays from me, I do give out more plays over on Patreon. If you want to check that out, as always, it's linked down below in the description. Usually after the full board is posted sometime on Monday afternoon, I'll take a look at the full board, look at all the props, and see what I can find, what stands out. I give a full write-up for each play that I provide over on Patreon. So as always, if you're interested in that, check it out, link down below in the description. But for our 2 plays for Monday's slate, they're both going to be pitcher fantasy scores. And the first prop that I like, it's a guy that's in a really good matchup for today. He's not had very many good matchups lately, and that's Frankie Montas. He's in a great spot today going up against the Angels, and I think he's going to get more than 33.5 fantasy points. So I'm going to be taking the over here for Frankie Montas. So since Frankie Montas got traded to the Yankees, he has made 4 starts with the Yankees, and these are the 4 teams that he has faced. He has had to face the Cardinals, he's had to face the Red Sox, he's had to face the Blue Jays, and he's had to face the Mets. I mean, those are probably like maybe Boston, that's an okay matchup, but Toronto is a tough matchup. The Mets are one of the toughest matchups in the league, and the Cardinals, I mean, they're a good offense, and they don't strike out much either, so that's a pretty tough matchup as well. This is definitely the best matchup that Montas has had in quite some time. Obviously, he hasn't pitched super well since he got traded to the Yankees. I mean, he was solid in his last start against the Mets. He went 5 2/3 innings, gave up 6 hits, 1 walk, got 6 strikeouts, gave up 2 runs. Finished with 29 fantasy points. But this is just a play where I'm backing the talent of Montas. I still think Montas is a good pitcher, even though he's kind of struggled with the Yankees in his 4 starts with New York. This matchup is just so good. You look at where the Angels rank this year. They lead the league with a 26.8% K rate against right-handed pitching. The Angels have they've been striking out a ton this season, and their offense is just not one you really fear. I mean, if you look where the Angels rank in their offensive metrics, they're 24th in batting average. In terms of on-base percentage, they're 27th. in terms of slugging. The Angels are about middle of the pack in slugging, but like OPS, I know they're more towards the bottom. They're 19th in OPS. In terms of ISO, the Angels, they're 11th in ISO, but WRC plus, they do rank towards the bottom, 23rd in WRC plus. They are getting Mike Trout back, and Mike Trout's back in the lineup, and he's fully healthy now. So, getting Mike Trout back is definitely going to be a big boost for this Angels lineup. But still, like when you get past the top of the lineup, once you get through Ohtani and Trout, there's a lot of easy outs at the bottom of that Angels lineup. There's a lot of strikeouts to be had as well. And Montas is a pretty good strikeout pitcher. Like so far this year, he does have a solid K rate, 23.9% K rate. He's always had a fairly good strikeout rate just throughout his career. Does a fairly good job at limiting damage, doesn't give up too many hard hits, has a fairly low walk rate. He's an above average pitcher. And although he has kind of struggled lately, I think this is finally like a get right spot for Montas. I think this should be, one of the better starts that Montas has, since he's gotten to the Yankees. I think going 6 innings is pretty likely here. I think he can get a quality start. The Yankees were kind of taking it easy on him, in his first few starts. His pitch count wasn't super high, but the last 2 starts, he's really, he started to get a full workload. He threw 92 pitches in his last start against the Mets, and the start before that against the Blue Jays, he threw 92 pitches as well. So the fact that he's thrown 92 pitches in back-to-back starts makes me think we're getting, 90 plus, if not maybe 100 pitches from Montas here. He's pretty much got a full workload now. And if he's got a full workload, I think he can get through 6 innings. I doubt he gives up more than 3 runs, so he should get a quality start. And obviously the strikeout upside is there in this matchup. I mean, we have seen Montas rack up strikeouts this season. Like he's had some big strikeout games. He had 11 Ks earlier this year against the Rangers. For what it's worth, he had a great start against the Angels. He has faced the Angels already once this season. Went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, and got 12 strikeouts. Last time he faced the Angels again after that. Went 1 2/3 innings, got 2 strikeouts. I'm pretty sure that game he had to leave with an injury. So in the one start that he got to face the Angels, he's had 2 starts against the Angels, but one of them he left with an injury. The one full start that he got against the Angels this year, he crushed against them. He had 12 strikeouts. It was probably by far his best start of the season. So I think this is a really good matchup for Montas. I think this is a spot that he should pitch well in. He should be able to rack up some strikeouts here. If you want to take his over on 5.5 Ks, I kind of like that one as well. I was debating between fantasy score and strikeouts. Have a feeling that if Montas gets 6 strikeouts, he's probably getting 34 fantasy points too, just because 6 innings, get the quality start, 6 strikeouts. I mean, if he goes 6 shutout innings with 6 Ks, that would put him at 40 fantasy points. So even if he gives up 2 runs, 6 innings, 6 Ks, 2 runs, that still puts him over this projection. That would put him at 34 fantasy points. And let's not, we got to think, playing for this Yankees team, I mean, the Yankees, I know they've kind of been up and down lately, but the Yankees have a really good offense. They're always a threat to put up a ton of runs. So maybe the Yankees can give Montas some run support. Maybe he can get a win. Just feel like the paths for him to going over this fantasy score are definitely there, especially in this matchup. This matchup is just so good. It's one I've been targeting all season. And I think Montas, he's kind of struggled lately, but I feel like this is definitely a spot for him to finally, right the ship and have a really good start. So I like his over for 33.5 fantasy score for today. And then our 2-pick, to round out our 2-pick, we're going to be taking Ranger Suarez, his over or more. We're going to be taking more fantasy points, more than 27.5 fantasy score for Ranger Suarez today. And Ranger Suarez gets to face the Diamondbacks. And the Diamondbacks this year, they've actually not been too bad offensively. Against right-handed pitching, they've really lowered their strikeout rate. Like I know over the last 30 days, the Diamondbacks have not been striking out much at all against righties. But against lefties, this is actually a team that does struggle quite a bit against lefties. And they do strike out against left-handed pitching as well. If you look at where the Diamondbacks rank this season against left-handed pitching, they are just inside the top 10 with a 23% K rate, which is 10th highest in the league. And their offensive numbers are not very good. The Diamondbacks have really struggled against lefties this year. They're 22nd in batting average. In terms of on-base percentage, they're 22nd in on-base percentage. In terms of slugging, they're 23rd in slugging. They're 23rd in OPS. They're pretty much bottom 10 in every offensive metric against lefties. And if you even numb it down to the last 30 days and kind of look just at, over the last month or so, recent sample, the numbers are even worse for the Diamondbacks. If you look at their numbers over the last 30 days, they're 27th in batting average. On base percentage, they're 24th. Slugging, they're actually dead last in slugging. They're dead last in OPS. They're dead last in ISO as well. This team really doesn't have much power against lefties, so I don't think this is a spot where Ranger Suarez really gives up many runs. He is a pitcher that does a pretty good job at limiting hard hits. He does get a lot of ground balls. His hard hit rate, as you can see, he just has a 31.1% hard hit rate this year, so doesn't give up much hard contact. Obviously, not a pitcher that's gonna wow you with his stuff. Like, he doesn't have a super high strikeout rate. I mean, this season he has just a 20.2% K rate, but he's able to pitch deep into games most starts. I know he has gotten a quality start and a lot of his starts recently. I know he has been pitching really well recently too. Over his last 10 starts, I believe that Ranger Suarez has at least 28 fantasy points, so he's gone over this line. And I think 8 out of his last 10 starts. The only start where he did not get 28 fantasy points over his last 10, against Atlanta, he finished with 27 fantasy points, and then in his most recent start against Cincinnati, he finished with 23 fantasy points. Every other start over his last 10, he's gotten 28 fantasy points or more. And just with how much this Diamondbacks team has struggled against lefties this year, I think we can definitely get 28 fantasy points from Ranger Suarez. I mean, if he goes 6 innings with 4 strikeouts and 2 runs allowed, that's 28 fantasy points. I think that's pretty doable here. I could definitely see Suarez getting a win, though, because Madison Bumgarner is going to be pitching for the Diamondbacks today. And this Phillies offense, I mean, they definitely should be able to put up some runs against Bumgarner. Bumgarner's just not the pitcher that he used to be. So, like, maybe Ranger Suarez gets a win, too. If he gets a win, that would, that's 6 additional points. I like playing his over fantasy score. You could maybe take his over strikeouts too, because like I said, the Diamondbacks have been striking out more against lefties this year. But I like fantasy score the most. I'm kind of banking on a quality start from Suarez, and if he gets a quality start, he's most likely going to finish with 28 fantasy points or more. And I think he can do that against the Diamondbacks team that, again, has struggled against lefties lately. So I feel like it's a really good spot for him. Like this number at 27.5. Definitely think it could be maybe a few points higher. So these are going to be our 2 picks for today, guys. It's a small slate, only 8 games. I didn't want to go crazy, give out a ton of plays, so I found 2 picks I like. Going to be running this 2-pick entry. As always, I will share some more plays I like over on Patreon. Once Prizepicks posts their full board for Monday, sometime Monday afternoon, I'll take a look at the board again, see if I can find any other props I like. I'm sure I will, and if I do, I'll share those on Patreon with a full write-up for each play. If you want to check all that out, as always, it's linked down below in the description. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped. If you enjoyed, hit that like button. Before you do get out of here, hit that subscribe button as well. And also, if you are new to Prizepicks, if you have not signed up for Prizepicks yet, make sure to get over there, sign up, and use promo code NOAH. When you do sign up with my promo code, they will match your first deposit up to $100. As always, if you have not checked out Prizepicks yet, definitely get over there. I'm sure NFL season's right around the corner. Prizepicks is probably going to be running some cool promos for NFL season, if I had to guess. You're going to want to be playing over there if you're not already. So make sure to sign up, use that promo code, so that way you get your deposit bonus when you sign up. But good luck tonight, guys. Thanks for watching the video. As always, hope you enjoy, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.